for us. Welcome to All Star Fandom as we jump into our review and breakdown of Mufasa, the Lion King. This was one that came out, today. Full release to tomorrow, but we were able to go see it tonight, and we're going to go do our breakdowns and everything like that. If you're watching now, thanks for watching. It's going to be a little spoiler heavy. We'll put up a bumper when that happens, but before you do everything like that, make sure you like, share, subscribe, do all the social media stuff for All Star Fandom. We really appreciate it. If you're watching this and you've seen the movie already, comment and let us know how you like it. If you haven't seen it and if you have seen it now and decide to watch this for a review and breakdown, put your comments in the bottom too. I'm joined again by Doc here as we review Mufasa, the Lion King. I am anxious to hear what Doc has to say about it, but I'm gonna do this. What's your initial reactions before we get into spoiler stuff? Your initial reactions to Mufasa, the Lion King.
I enjoyed it. I like the new music. A lot of people don't know Scar is one of my favorite villains ever. So to see his origin, how he became Scar, I thought it was pretty damn cool.
They did a good job.
I thought it was pretty damn cool, man.
They did a really good job. But keep going. I'll let you go. I don't want to hop in, but
I just simply saying, and then just watching the film develop from beginning to end, listen to Rafiki tell the story. I mean, he is such a great storyteller. It's a really good movie, man. Like if y'all don't plan on going to see it, plan on going to see it. It's a good movie. Y'all should go and check it out, and then y'all should come here and drop some comments.
Yeah, I was completely 100% sure that they were gonna make me hate Mufasa. That's what I was scared of the most. I was scared that I was gonna walk in this movie and they were gonna make me hate Mufasa. But the story that they told through this is the direction Disney needs to go from now on when it comes to their quote unquote live action stuff.
Live action.
Don't do remakes. Give me a prequel or give me a sequel. That's all you got to do. I enjoyed this from start to finish. The story of telling the story of Mufasa to Kiara's Simba and Nala's kid was so great. You had Timon and Pumbaa there for comic relief. Zazu got some good ones in too because he was just starting out. It's like seeing it now, and the biggest difference too, Rufus, if you didn't notice, they did not go full in on like, hey, let's keep this looking as real as possible.
No.
The first Lion King messed that up for me. Not messed that up, but it just didn't hit. It's a lion that does not emote like human faces in the first one. In this one, they smiled. They were animated in their face. It was completely different experience from the Lion King remake. But I absolutely loved it, man. It was a surprise to me, honestly, because I haven't been a fan of live action so much. But this might be their best efforts for me since The Jungle Book.
The Jungle Book was really good. I must admit, The Jungle Book was really good. But this one was really good, too. And I appreciate, like you said, the actual emotion you could see in the lions' faces as they were talking and going through the struggles they were going through. And man, from the beginning, when Mufasa's parents was telling him the story of Malele, am I saying that right?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Okay, so the beautiful home where they're trying to get to, they want to go to. And
which ends up being Pride Rock. It is spoiler alert, but
then the storm comes, he gets washed away, and just the emotion during that whole scene.
So I will pop this up. I knew we talked about spoilers, but I know the movie just came out tonight. Maybe you're watching this. Maybe you're like, hey, I don't want anything. So we're gonna weave our way through as best as we can, and I'll pop up on the screen that says spoiler section, so you'll know to go past it. Or you're watching this on a replay, and you haven't seen it yet. I'll have the thumbnails below, so don't worry about it. Or the chapters below. But that moment,
It happened
my
so
eye,
fast, bro. It happened so
like
it was like
like
it
that.
rained and then looked up and oh my god.
And the voice of his dad, did you
Yeah,
realize who
yes. That's Keith Day, man. I told you this my
this
favorite actor, man.
this voice
Dude, I wish
cast
I
has
had that voice.
this voice cast is probably one of the best Disney has assembled
It's
in a
really good.
very long time, especially for a movie like this. Obviously, you have Donald Glover and Beyonce from
Mm-hmm.
the last ones, right?
And
But
Little
then you
Blue.
throw in, yeah, Blue Eye. I mean, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You throw her in, but then you throw in um, Aaron Pierre. You add him in to be the voice of Mufasa. He has that sort of gravitas in his voice that you're like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, I can see that voice becoming Mufasa in the future. You got Kelvin Harris Jr. as Taka, aka Scar.
Yeah.
Man, what go down here? Black
I'm gonna
Panther's
tell you,
pops is Rafiki. He did
yeah,
a phenomenal job
he really
in
did.
this one, man. Oh my god! Like
He really did. But I'm gonna tell you who gave me chills. And I hope I say his name right. Mads Mikkelsen as Kiros.
yeah,
Am I saying his name right? Bro,
yeah.
let me tell you
I
something.
can't. Yeah, his yes, I believe you are. Yeah,
Man, he did a really good job as being the giant lion.
and just say even Obasi. He's Lenny James. He's from Walking Dead.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, every time some voice happened, I was like, I know that voice.
Yeah,
They picked it perfectly from voice cast.
they did good,
I
man.
knocked it out of the park. I
But we are
still
talking about
have
Disney.
fun. I still have fun with Beyonce just because, like, I think she may have said in the first movie, but she's like, Lioness formations. Like I was. So I laugh every time I see her on I hear her because I was like she's good for that part. It works
Do
for
you
her.
know what
It's not
surprised me
bad.
though?
It's not, but it's just I can't get that out of my head. Linus formations. I was like, I know what this means.
But you know what surprised me? And it surprised me, but it didn't surprise me. It surprised me that they didn't give her a song, but it didn't surprise me because it's a new story.
This isn't her story.
You
Yeah,
know?
this isn't her story to tell.
So I
But
was like, wow. I said, well, for them to have Beyonce just to actually just do voice acting was pretty cool. And
so
then
overall,
to have
okay.
everybody else singing,
So
you know?
overall story, if we go through that before we sort of get into a bit of a spoiler section review, because we're gonna get this one short and sweet, just tell you our opinions and stuff about it, and break down a few big moments that were in it for me. But the story, Rufus, from start to finish,
Man, it was a good story because we've always, you and I have always discussed, man, how did Mufasa become king? I want to know
yeah,
that story. And this is the story that they gave me, and I appreciate that they gave me this story. From the time where he got lost from his parents, to the time where he met Taka, until the time he met Sarabi and Zazu, and
yeah,
then up until the time he became king. I appreciate this in the entire story. Now, I'm going to tell you where I got upset
was that?
because
I will
I
let you know.
both parts, and it triggered me because that's how my man passed in the first one. Every time Scar,
Every time, oh
every
my
time
god,
Scar, I don't want to ruin it for the people who haven't seen it, but every time Scar got ready to save him, or maybe not, he would grab him in a certain way, and I like
this
stop doing that. You know
well,
what I'm saying?
let's just say it. I'll jump into it here, man. We'll pop it up on the screen. Um, when he throws Mufasa into the herd on in the original
The
movie,
first Lion King.
every time that he saves him like twice, I feel like in that
Mm-hmm.
where he grabs him and you look at he even said Scar, he even said brother.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God. I'm sitting by Emily. I'm just like, no, like every single time. Rufus, you're right.
Yeah.
It pulled on your emotion, and you were like, oh shoot,
Yeah.
this is foreshadowing into what actually happens to Mufasa
Yeah.
at the hands of Taka. Man, it was clever storytelling. Man,
But
this was
and
Disney
here's the
at its
thing.
best.
On the flip side, I can see why and how Scar eventually felt the way he felt because his father did actually choose Mufasa in the end, and then his mother chose him pretty much out the gate. You know what I'm saying? But not chose him over him. Just
No, it
chose
wasn't
not
like
to
an
kill the
over,
kid
but
and raise him
here,
with
but
them,
even Taka did the same thing. Taka let him win so he wouldn't
so he wouldn't be
be
alone.
eaten,
He
right?
wanted a brother.
So he wanted a brother. That's the biggest takeaway from this is like Scar always wanted a brother. He had
Mm-hmm.
one, a good brother, a
Mm-hmm.
brother who like told. Okay, we're getting in spoilers again, so it's up on the screen if you haven't seen
Yeah.
it. Because I feel like we're just gonna leave that up there. Because every time it was like Taka saved you. Like he gave him that. Mufasa gave him the keys to the game essentially on like
Yeah.
what to spit to Sarabi, man. I'm
Yep.
like,
Yep.
you are a great brother. And you are trying to uphold what Taka will go back and forth.
Yeah.
What his father wanted you to do. He's the one with royal blood, and you are too. Like, but you're straight in that pride or straight in with them.
Mm-hmm.
You think about it, Scar's the true king almost, but
But see, here's the thing.
he wasn't chosen, man. He
Yeah,
wasn't
well,
the
Mufasa wasn't thinking in the terms of I have royal blood in me from my father.
no. He never did.
He was never thinking like that. Taka was raised from a cub from the time he was born as a prince to
Mm-hmm.
know that eventually one day he will become king.
Yeah, and dude,
And
that
it sucks. I'm not gonna say this is gonna be a spoiler. It sucks that the last lesson his father taught him was to be deceitful, and that's the lesson he took from his father as being his
but
last words to him.
but even it was almost to a point like he will betray you. So Scar was
Right,
always going to be looking out for like that one thing,
right.
and thing is Mufasa. I thought went in thinking that they were going to make me hate him. I really truly did. But even when Scar came back, the Otaka came back after Sarabi and Mufasa sort of said like, "Hey, we together." He was like, brother, I got something to tell you.
Yep,
Like, he was about to tell, they were about to talk this stuff out right then and there. But
yep.
what did he take his candy ass do? He
Go
went
holler at old
and
boy.
dimed out the squad, man. The
Go holler at old
ragtag,
boy.
you mean for real?
Man, when he scarred the stone in the mountain, bro, I wanted to
Yep.
cut his paws off. Man, spoiler alerts. Look, bro, let me tell you something. I'm telling you, man, it was that last word from his father about a king should be deceitful. And that's what led him to doing that. Not only because he wasn't getting his way, Mufasa doesn't have royal blood. I have royal blood. Mufasa's supposed to be loyal to me. It don't seem like he being loyal to me in this moment because of this woman. You know what I'm saying? This lioness. You know, but why is it always a woman gotta come in between us,
Well,
our brothers? The why?
I thought about that moment. I was like, okay, what other storyline could you have possibly told in the prequel that could have been that we could have gone another route with. I don't know if there's another route we could have
I don't
gone.
know, but just the fact that, and I think they touched on this, just the fact that his mother chose Mufasa and his father chose Mufasa. I think that would have been enough to crush
But
somebody's soul.
but think about this. It's true. But I could see if Taka was a fighter. He was a coward.
Yeah, he wasn't a fighter.
He was a coward.
He got his he
He
built his
ran
courage up.
twice.
He built his courage up at the end. Had he had he stayed and helped Mufasa fight those other two lions, then he would have had the pride that his father wanted him to have. You
Yeah,
see what I'm
he
saying?
took what he took what his dad said like at the wrong time, man. The timing was totally wrong for
Yeah.
him to remember like this part. Like, no, this isn't the time for that.
No.
He probably didn't mean that at this time either. You never
Yeah, no,
know.
he did. Probably
But
did not.
even through that story, I thought again it was Sarabi who sort of tore him apart. But Mufasa was still a good, I would say, person, a good lion. Like he
lion,
was
bro.
still
Like, he was
a
really good
good brother,
lion, dog.
a good brother. That's
Yes.
exactly what he was throughout the entirety, and I loved it. I love the jumping back and forth between here's the story, here's Timon, Pumbaa, and Rafiki,
And the baby.
it was it.
Yeah, it
This
was cute.
this was oh man, I like this one. This is up here with Beauty and the Beast, not Beauty and the Beast, Jungle Book for me. Like
Yeah.
they made them emote. They made them emote in their face. They told an original story.
Yeah.
Something that we could follow. The songs weren't that bad either. I liked the songs.
Film score is
My man
really
was
beautiful.
Bye bye.
I'm
I'm gonna listen to that tonight.
Yeah.
My man was like bye bye. But I will say this. I will say this too. Jumping in, I will say this. When the songs hit, it just feels different. Like it didn't feel like there was a build up to a song because it's like my man got that on the rock, pause over pause,
and just started singing. I just started singing, dog. Just like that. Like
we circling everybody.
He literally stretched out, crossed his arms, laid down, and just started singing at my guy. That's how we go build up to the song.
But see, the thing is, I think in the Disney movies, especially Lion King, I think you heard the song start playing before they actually started singing. Yeah. So like when Can't Wait to Be King, I think the music started. When Be Prepared started, I think
you can hear it in the background. You can hear it in the background to build up.
But I felt like that's the only little knock I may have on it. And
I wouldn't call it a knock. I call it a different approach.
The only reason it was pointed out is because the couple sitting next to me, every time they would jump in the song, they would snicker. Like that's the only way it was pointed out to me. I was like,
I thought it was.
Listen, they really do
I thought it was brilliant. Songs. You know why I thought it was brilliant? Because every other musical, you know when the songs are coming. I like that you did not know the songs were coming. I like the fact that my man sat back and just started singing. I like the fact that Taka just started singing about a brother. And then Mufasa joins in about a brother. I like that whole different approach of introducing the songs. Instead of, good, man. Here come a song. Nah, don't tell me when the song comes. I like to be surprised.
I kind of like the cue up, man. I kind of like the and then we go with it.
I like how they did this because they did it. We know it's a movie, but they did it like a real movie with music, if that makes sense.
It was
not like a straight musical.
Yeah,
not like The Little Mermaid, not like the first Lion King, not like Cinderella or Snow White. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But no,
so I appreciate it.
But dude, like we went down a lot of things, but story wise, I think you hit on all cylinders.
Oh, it was brilliant.
From a prequel story, original story with characters who are already established that we know. How did we get them there? How did they get to, Scar deceiving his, like killing his brother in the Lion King? Like,
and the fact that Mufasa didn't even want to be king. Period.
Never. And
he never wanted to be a king.
And to show that how good he is, again, we'll jump to the end. He was like, as long as I'm king, my brother will have a place like on this land or something like that.
Don't nobody mess with him. You got to answer to me.
That's it. Like that's still being a good brother. He'll never call him Taka again, which makes great use of why he's Scar. I wish Mufasa would have called him that instead of Taka saying like "call me Scar." Yeah, but it still worked. But fantastic prequel, man. If we were rating this, Doc, what would you rate?
5 out the gate. Yeah, 5 out the gate. I'm talking about story, music, the way it was shot, the voice acting, all of it. It's a 5 for your boy.
I can't wait to watch it again. And that's when I've told you every single review that I've done or we've done together. How do I judge it? If I want to go back and watch it again.
If you want to go back and watch it, that's a good film.
So again, maybe we're just in the moment of it. I gave it the same. I gave it 5 too, man. My
Yeah,
man.
man.
What was that? Zazu? It's Zazu.
Exactly. Hey, man, do you know I really appreciated Zazu? I really appreciate Zazu. From all the films, I appreciated Zazu. But you know, I never thought about this, and I know we're gonna wrap it up here in a second. I never
Yeah.
thought about Sarabi being a princess. Have you
Well,
ever
I
thought about
mean,
that? I thought she was queen simply because she married Mufasa.
exactly.
I didn't know she was already a princess when she met him. She was already royalty.
Yeah.
He was there. Zazu was there for her, not for Mufasa.
Which is a clever way of getting Zazu in, getting him in the story too.
Yep.
Was a clever way. This man is
And
just
then
starting out.
how he came back and with the morning report. Hey, this is the morning report. It's morning.
End of report.
End of report.
Well, he was only what 3 weeks on the job.
Yeah, dog.
Like, it was in
3
between
weeks, bro.
iguana.
Hey.
But no, this was a fantastic Disney outing, man. I can't say enough about this movie. I can't wait to see it again. Disney Plus, it can't get on there soon enough, but this week it's gonna make bank, man. Like this December 20th before Christmas,
all the way through Christmas, all the way through New Year's.
It's gonna make bank. It's gonna make bank. And there's another movie around the corner that's speeding fast through.
Yeah,
that's gonna make bank too. But we'll talk about that one on another review.
Yeah,
another review. But Rufus, man, that was a fun one, man. I was impressed. I was surprised. I didn't come out hating Mufasa. It's a good time for me, man. Yeah, I'm cool with it. Go ahead and close us out, man. Tell the people where they can find your boy.
That being said, listen, y'all, go check out Mufasa the Lion King. It's a great film. And you can follow us at All Star Fandom Show, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. And y'all know us by now. It's Dion and Doc, and we out this thing.
We're getting out of here as soon as we end this stream, and they make me press 2 buttons.